Mark, do you remember what you asked for last week? You asked for a prop, and you were upset that we were missing something. Do you remember what it was?
March Madness.
No.
What was it?
It was the triple option crystal ball. We were breaking. Yeah, we broke our budget. We broke our budget with the triple option crystal ball. It's so big. It's the biggest crystal ball you've ever seen.
You guys got that from Five Below.
Oh my God.
Hey, man, come on, bro.
Oh, my God. All right, so the triple option crystal ball is brought to you by BetMGM. Pick your path to tourney glory in our free-to-play game. For each round of March matchups, you have the opportunity to make predictions about what will happen, including outcomes like game winners and over-under. You'll earn points based on a scoring system, and you could win a share of $250,000 in bonus bets based on your points earned. Again, the crystal ball is out here. The NCAA Tournament is here, March Madness. We love the chaos that this month brings in college basketball. Guys, I want your final four teams right now. And to start it off, because I think there's going to be a trend here, I want to remind you that the SEC
is that conference still.
Conference record, 14 of their 16 teams to the tournament.
Wow.
Only 2 teams from the SEC did not make the NCAA tournament. And not only did 14 SEC teams make it, they made it with like single-digit seedings around them, like loaded programs. So my guess is we're going to hear a lot of SEC programs. And
they hate to hear
SEC
that, Stone.
Programs that Mark Ingram
They hate to hear
like.
that, Stone.
I know.
It's a football SEC. Now you go basketball SEC.
They own
everything.
Sick. They own it all.
They hate it. They hate it, Stone. They hate it right now.
All right, Mark, since you're our official SEC resident expert, give us your final four, please. And how many
I'm going
SEC
to choose
teams
Auburn
are
out
there?
the South? Hell no.
Hell no.
We're going Michigan State. Sparty all day, every day.
All right.
Izzo.
Pops is nodding.
Yeah, Pops love it. Moms love it. Grandpa love it. Rest in peace, Grandpa. I love you with all my heart. And Tom Izzo holding it down. We going Sparty out the South because we damn sure ain't going Auburn, and that's 1,000. And then you go to the East region. You know Cooper Flag and the Duke fighting Blue Devils. They been balling, but guess who they going to have to meet? The Alabama Crimson Tide. Mark Sears. Mark to Mark. You feel me? Mark's a baller. Mark Sears. So we going Bama out the South. Out the East. My fault. We going Michigan State out the South, Bama out the East, and then we go down to the West region. Florida been balling, bro. Florida been playing at a high level, dog. Florida been playing at a high level, so I'm gonna go Florida. I like them out of the West. Then the Midwest. Houston, number 1 seed. Tennessee, the 2 seed. Kentucky, the 3. Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Lord Jesus, it's a fire. But we don't like no volunteer. We don't like no orange. We don't like no volunteer. So I'm going Houston. That's my final four. Houston,
all right, so 2 from
Florida.
the SEC.
Yeah. Because I'm not going. Tennessee is like that for real, but I don't like them. So I can't give them birth. I can't give them a birth because I don't like them.
There's your Mark Ingram final four. Coach, your final 4 teams.
There was a time where Tennessee didn't like me and I didn't like them, but I'm okay with them now. We're good. So, all right, here we go.
What?
South, I got Michigan
Coach
State.
Schiano still doesn't like him. Too soon?
You give Tennessee love?
So, South, I got Michigan State. So, me and Mark are pretty close. Bama East. Bama's playing.
Look at Coach.
At a high level.
Going for the Tide.
I got Florida. I think Florida is a national champion. When I was at Florida, Billy Donovan was my neighbor. Joakim Noah. Brewer, Horford, Richard. Unbelievable.
Back-to-back
team.
titles, man. Those teams were loaded.
So I'll go right now. Florida's going to win it all. And then
Florida's
my 4th pick is Tennessee. So I have 3 SEC schools in there.
It's legit.
I think it's
Final Four.
Final Four is great, but I think the Gators are going to pick up their 3rd national championship in school history.
I've got 3 from the SEC going as well. You know who's moving on from the South, Mark Ingram? The Barners. The
Barners have lost 3 of their last 4 games. It's going to continue. They're going to get knocked out early. Damn the Barners.
All right.
They're going to get knocked out early, and we love it because we don't love no Barner.
One of us on the triple option has covered college basketball season long. It's the guy who holds the crystal ball. And all season long, the tiniest crystal ball ever. all season long, Auburn and Duke really have been like battling for 1 versus 2. And I get it that Auburn's hit a little slump right now, but throughout the course of the season, those 2 programs have distinguished themselves above the rest. So I've got Auburn moving on from the South. I've got Duke moving on from the East. In the Midwest, like you guys, I love Florida. So they're all number 1 seeds, and I kind of hate myself for only taking number 1 seeds, but that's the way this season feels right now to a lot of people. In the Midwest, I'm going to go with 2 seed Tennessee. So yeah, I got 3 from the SEC. So like really top heavy teams. A real quick shout out to some picks that are outside of the top 3 seeds. Here's 3 programs that I like outside of the top 12, if you will. I like 6 seed BYU to make some noise. They're a dangerous matchup. 5 seed Clemson, who has beaten Duke. Watch out for the Tigers. And Maryland, man, what Kevin Willard's been able to put together the last back half of the season, winning games on the road, which is a big problem. Maryland as a 4 seed, I think those guys can cause some problems. You take a look at the numbers from BetMGM, and Duke and Florida are your favorites. Auburn and Houston right behind them. Bama, Tennessee, your Spartans. St. John's sitting there as a 2 seed. Coach Pitino might be able to make some news. It'd be good for the Big East as well. So March Madness is here. There's your final 4 picks. Can't wait for you guys to follow it.
I don't care what you say.
I'm sorry about the Barners.
Mark Sears at the buzzer with the left hand.
That's fine. You can go tell Janai Broom he's not going to win the national title. You go ahead and tell that to Janai Broom, all right?